So I'm gonna read something to you guys. Hold on, my headphones. Sometimes I be forgetting to put my headphones in, but I just woke up, so yeah. It's like 4:04 a.m. in the morning. I just woke up. So yeah, I sound a little tired because I just woke up. So I'm gonna read something to you guys because I found out that they're actually trying to force teamwork. One thing you don't want to do is force teamwork on a game. That's how you get people to hate people. That's what Elsword is suffering from. The fact that you had to force people to work together. I get the idea of making it community based, but when you force people to work together, things don't always go well. Now, in certain instances, it does work. But on something like Elsword and Closers, people are going to start to hate the game. People are going to start to jump ship. Why would you take from the same game that you literally branch from? Like, y'all already copied some mechanics. Why would you take that specific outfit? They don't do auction on Elsword. Yeah, they don't do auction on Elsword, but I'm just saying. So I'm gonna read something to you guys. So we can't solo, huh? They're forcing us to party. Damn, not them too. So this is where friendships are put to test for real. I knew I said it while discussing it, but damn, we really about to have drama about that auction system. When I called for unity, they slid this in, so that means I called that too. Alright. So this can go either way. We're gonna see the server be even more divided than before, or if they ever gain common sense, we could see the server more united. But the thing is, they would need to put everything aside, and considering the history, that's a slim chance. So now comes how to tackle it, which is where I mentioned that you'd have to raid with people you trust. You quite literally going to have to put your trust in other people, communicate, plan, and depend on others. But see, that's going to be an issue. We have a lot of people with egos on this server. They're going to have a hard time leaving their ego out the door. And then there's the risk of people being petty too. That's why I said that this is a friendship destroyer and borderline monopoly. I sometimes forget how accurate my reads are at times. On KR and NA, I know they will work together, but here on CC, we're cooked. Because all the way up till now, everyone and their mother act like they don't have common sense and work to actively destroy the economy, fund, and server for other people outside out of greed and spite, which but fucked all of us and made people run away or quit, including the people responsible for it as well. Even they started quitting. So I know we'll stay strong and work together. I said that to my guild. Since it's us. So I'm not worried about us. I'm worried about the chain reaction that can potentially happen, aka the fuckery making its way towards us. Because you know these people like to fuck shit up and work to spread it. Some of us don't have the mental strength to deal with it right now. So some of us are going to lose patience quickly. Because some of us have been dealing with shit in real life in other places. I got my work cut out for me. So I was right to start shifting my focus back on closes again. I chose the right time. Even better, the grind on Rift has slowed down a little bit. And a perfect time too. I'll get my blankets and teddy bear costume ready. I'm not done. I still have more to share with you guys. So I said this in CC General. What I said in the Battle Lords Discord server. I was thinking aloud. But I want to read that to you guys because it's about the because the topic we're about to talk about. So I said this in CC General because I have free time, right? I have free time before I was going to do cert dailies. I know I'm an Elsword, so it's gonna look like an Elsword video, but it's actually going to be the closest video. I'm about to switch clients. Actually, matter of fact, let me switch clients right now. Hold on. And yes, I changed my drip. But yeah, let me switch clients real quick. See? This time I didn't forget to fix the thing this time. Now. I need to hop on clothes anyways. So let me go ahead and pull up what I said in CC General. So it's a little talk after I gave a little essay per se. You could say it was an essay. Yeah, you could say it was an essay. So that was borderline an essay. Gotta be honest there. That was borderline an essay. Okay. Let's go ahead and say it right here. Because last time, my ass had forgot to fix the freaking screen on OBS. That's what happened last time. So now we can I can continue. So this was right after Yam Yam. Hi Yami. Hi Yami. I love you. Hi. But this was right after Yam Yam was like, time to avoid public parties because I'm too bored to outbid whales. Okay, it's gonna be like that. it gonna be like that. So I was like, yeah, because woof, this is about to be a shit show. For the ones that actually care about shit and will read what I'm about to say. So I sat down for this one. Your friendships will be tested based on how strong your friendship is and how much you can actually trust a person. You'll get the usual corner and so forth, which is to be expected. The auction system will have the potential to create some drama. It might spread. So if you just play with your friends, you should be fine. Continuing where I left off, because I had to stop because when I was on Rift and I was doing cert dailies, I had a support, but we didn't have no freezer. We didn't have no rip. We didn't have no Rodent Soul, no Suryu, no Avarice, we didn't have no one to freeze. I was doing the city, the garbage truck boss, what that be moving stuff. Yeah, and then you have to freeze him so that you can actually hit him and not get ran over. And have to summon the clones and stuff, have to summon the robots and stuff to, yeah. It's better if you get somebody who can freeze them, especially if you're a DPS, because that shit can be atrocious. So I had to stop typing so I could lock in to make sure that me and my party don't die. We had someone stronger than me, yeah, but like when there's two DPSs locked in and fighting that fuck ass boss, you get through it pretty well. Continuing where I left off, we know people got egos, but the question is, will they check it at the door? So if we're talking about the worst case scenario, we about to watch some fuck shit go down in regards to this auction system. Hopefully, if you guys have friends that don't mind helping you and actually have the intent of helping you, you should be fine, and the auction system shouldn't be too much of a hassle. If you don't, and have no choice but to make a public party, try not to want to kill everyone so much, because they'll just see it as business. As for prices and how prices will go, no need to engage. Just let the people kill each other and focus on you, and you should be able to navigate through the prices fine. Some have been doing it already, which is relieving. So I'm not too worried about prices, but I am worried about how bad the auction system is going to affect everyone and how bad it will spread. Because this will favor the whales. Whales get the faster credits. I know you guys know, I'm just saying. Free to play people are gonna feel a tad uncomfortable. Just let them flex and focus on getting the stuff yourself. Try not to let it get to you. Stay focused. Grinding for it is okay. I'm gonna say this again. Grinding for it is okay. Okay? Grinding for the stuff is okay. It's okay if you can't well for it. No need to real money trade for it. No need to real money trade for it. If you don't feel like grinding for it, take your time with the grinding too. That's okay. Back to reading. If you have to, it's okay to not read chats for a while until everyone gets it so you don't constantly read it and see it in advance. I'm referring to the flexing and the bragging. For the longest time, when you walk in CC General, it's always somebody bragging about their times. The speedrunning times. It's always somebody bragging about their war games ratio. It's always someone complaining about the war games ratio. Complaining about the times. It's always somebody trashing the character and so forth. And that's what makes people not want to read chats or not want to engage. But the same 2, 3, 4, 5 people engage. So they take their talking elsewhere because nobody wants to read that all the time. That's why I said that. Between y'all and me, that's why I said that. And then not just that, people have egos and other various spots as well. Nobody wants to see that all the time. But for this, you gotta call for unity. I'm continuing. Continue on for I said, if you have to, it's okay to not read chats for a while until everyone gets it so you don't constantly read it and see it in advance. If it helps you stay focused. Lastly, when the path shows up, enjoy yourselves. Gotcha will be stressful for some, but focus on grinding while keeping tabs on prices. I said ofs. Sorry, I changed that real quick. I said of, I meant on. Keeping tabs on prices. It was like 11 p.m. at the time, so bear with me. It's the usual. And then last thing, sorry, but I say this because of past instances with the endless flexing, and most people don't want to be flexing and bragging all the time. So if you're tired of it and don't want to deal with it again, especially for this one, because this one's gonna be stressful. It's okay to try to avoid being on Discord or reading chats for a bit, so you're not bothered by it all the time and can focus on playing the game. And that's when I shut up. So I read all this to you guys because this is what we're going to talk about. Because I'm about to add a little bit more to that. But first, I'm going to clear my stuff real quick. So, Chihara, what's the goal here? Why did you say all that? So I already knew. So here's the thing. When the auction system first came out, I first briefly mentioned it on a stream that I did when I was ranting about my boyfriend. I might as well call him my husband at this point. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind calling him my husband. Hi Zero, you gonna come by this? But hi Zero, how you doing? I was ranting about Zero and him acting stupid and on a stream, and then I mentioned the awesome system because I laughed at first because it was absolutely stupid. Why would you put an awesome system on closures knowing full well that people could potentially fuck it up? So far it's going well on the NA server and the Chaos server, which is good. It's just gonna be a whole fool on CC because here's the thing. For the longest time, and no, I'm gonna have to be very honest with you guys. Listen, guys, I have to be very honest. Y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say, but I have to be very honest. Okay? Despite the fact that we clown KR and NA, they actually know how to act. People on CC act like they have no common sense. That's why we have the restrictions that we have on CC. So KR and NA, yeah, they made some clownish choices when it came to stats and building and stuff. But did they actively work to destroy the economy and destroy the server for other people and make people quit in huge ban waves? No. Now, Nike did at times with the content they made, but actively working to destroy it with botting, real money trading, being toxic to people that are actually trying to be nice to you and taking it for granted, biting people's helping hands. We've dealt with this the most on CC. I have talked with people on NA. I literally know one of the largest guilds on NA. And I literally shared to them the stuff that I have to deal with on CC. And they couldn't believe it. They were actually worried for me. Worried about me being on CC. After realizing just how much shit was going down on CC. Yeah, so they know. Yeah, so they know what has been happening on CC. I literally told them. Yeah, I literally told them. I literally sat them down and told them what's been going on in CC. And they couldn't believe this. They couldn't believe the shit they heard. That's how you know how badly we fuck. Not we. Well, actually, we all did play a part of it. That's how you know how badly we fucked up on CC. Even especially the restrictions. They were especially concerned because of the restrictions we had. Yeah, that's how badly things were on CC. NA, one of the servers that we used to clown a lot. Once they heard everything that was going on CC, they were concerned as fuck. I bring that up because some of the people on CC act like they have no common sense. They did so much stuff out of spite because they were mad because they couldn't do their real money trading in peace. So they actually were to destroy the economy to the point where not even they could play the game. And some of them started to quit. The button did not help either. Yes, I'm running back to history. And the reason why I'm running back to history is because for the longest time, we've had restrictions and stuff, right? Now imagine adding an auction system to that mix. And imagine the pettiness and the evilness that will occur with this auction system. Then imagine what they're going to do with said items. That real money trading forums on Facebook is going to be a set ablaze. Set ablaze is that shit gonna be active. Because there's still people who look at that real money trading forums on Facebook. Look, when I told you that I knew stuff, I meant I knew stuff. Yes, there is a real money trading forums that most of the people that are from Indonesia, they are in on Facebook. And that's how they knew about the fact that I knew, and that's how they knew about the fact that they knew that I know about the fact that they have a system in place for real money trading. And they still have that system, by the way. Because I have a friend, a close friend, that still does real money trading, even though I told him time and time again to stop. I've literally been actively working to get him to stop. He's hard-headed. So at this point, I'm just going to let him fall face first. Don't worry for the ones who are going to come by this and think that he's going to snitch again. No, he have not been snitching. I'm just running back to history. Please, let me drive the point home. This is something you guys need to know. Please let me drive the point home. Do not take this down. Let me drive the point home. But yes, I know. I know there's a forum dedicated to this and a system dedicated to this. I told you, when I knew stuff, I knew. And no, I am not in there. I do not have a spy. Because last time you guys mistook me for having a spy in there. No, I do not have a spy. My friend literally told me, I got mad, I brought it up and was trying to tell you guys to stop. Because it was messing up things worse than it should have been messed up. I was trying to get you guys to stop at the time, but y'all did not catch that. So, yeah. That stuff happened. I was trying to get you guys to stop before things got worse, because I knew things would turn out this way. That's why I brought it up a lot. And then you were also hurting people that weren't involved. So I really had to bring it up, because if I didn't, and nobody was going to bring it up either, because nobody really knows how to communicate. So I had to bring it up, because the sooner it gets brought up, the sooner it gets handled, the less consequences we will all have to face if it continued. That's why I brought it up. So now we got that clarification down. Back to the auction system. This is where you would call for unity. Remember all this time when I kept calling for unity and you guys undermined it, or you guys probably laughed it off, probably laughed about it behind my back and everything? Yeah, this is one of those instances where unity will be a key role as to how we will navigate through this together. What do you mean navigating? Why are you saying that they're forcing us to play together? The auction system, if you want those good items, you need to play with others. I know, Closers, the game, has encouraged not only encouraged alt farming, but it has also encouraged playing solo for the longest time. Yes, we have the 12-man raid, but most people actually went as a 4-man raid. But at times we had the 12-man raid before they stopped doing that. And then even then, raids. The only time you would really go as a 4-man is if you need a spam party, or if you need to get your dailies done, or if you need a carry. But for the most part, if you were geared enough and you knew the mechanics, you could solo. But see, this time is different because you're being forced to party. Otherwise, you're not going to get much drops when you solo. So you have no choice but to party. That's why I'm saying Now they're forcing us to party. Why are they taking that aspect from Elsword? Because on Elsword, you're forced to party. You can solo some things now. Before you couldn't, but now you can solo some things. But before you were forced to party. And people are even worse than on Elsword than on Closers. Because on Elsword, if you mess up or if you gear skip, it's more punishable. Here on Closers, it's punishable if you gear skip because you miss out on certain bosses. They reuse certain mechanics. If you played a previous boss, you would know how to navigate through a mechanic easier and won't have to ask about how to play such and such because you would already know. They reuse mechanics very often. And bosses too. So then you would have to go find old guys or old outdated guys on how to navigate through a boss on Closers. And you also have people actively encouraging you to gear skip, which was also stupid within itself because they were literally becoming the reason why people who were new will play for a couple of months and then quit and never come back. Or they would struggle if they chose to stay. On Elsword, you can't gear skip because it's especially punishable. And once people look at your gear. On Elsword, people actually look at your gear. So if you gear skip, they'll know and they probably won't take you. And that's crucial to know because that's what makes Elsword most punishable for gear skipping compared to Closers. Now on Closers, they'll look at your gear, but they'll question you. So back to when I said that this is going to either bring us all together more. Granted, if we all can leave our egos at the door and focus on actually working together and getting our stuff. Yes, that's the plan. Leave your egos at the door so that you can work together with others and get your items. We all have to work together. And if it helps make this easier, you guys really have to work with your friends. So Chi, you said something about the prices. Why did you mention the prices again? You always mention the prices. Here's the thing. New gear, right? What happens every time we get new gear? Before the price ultimately comes down. The prices are high, right? It was this way when the receivers that we got, the ignorant receivers. No, it's literally called ignorant. Not that. It's literally called ignorant. Yes, it's literally called ignorant. But anyways, so the ignorant receivers, thanks to the drop rate being higher than something like, let's say, the Foreign King receiver, the prices went down fairly well, and everybody was able to grind the dungeon. So it didn't take long before the receiver's price went down to, let's say, 100 mil to 300 mil at lowest. Same thing for the triggers. So I hope they did something similar for the modules so that we all can get our modules. Aside from the fact that we know that CC staff is going to up the rate so they don't have to deal with this. But I mention this because, well, they're red modules. And then we also have to worry about the unique, yes, you just heard that, unique full body that we have to put EX tunes on. Yes, you heard that right, EX tunes. Nope, I did not bullshit. I said that right. Unique full body EX tunes. Yes, I said that right. No, I said that right. Unique full body EX tunes. They really made a unique full body with EX tunes. They're really trying to kill us. And then you also have to worry about the accessories. The accessories should be easy. And then you have to worry about the dual models. Thank the fucking they got the models. So I'm putting this up to say that that's going to that of course that's going to circulate in said forums that I mentioned earlier. And that's also going to be how they're going to try to make money. Because as time goes by, now they decided that, hey, let's start taking away some ways to make money because we given the players too many options to make credits and stuff, and that's how the economy has been in shambles. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away some instances on how to make credits, so it's limited amount of credits, so the prices can go down. Y'all remember when a lot of people on CC did not like that because some of these people who didn't and weren't actively trying to destroy the economy actually was grinding and for good reasons? Yeah. So because of what has been happening, we all took a hit. Yes, we all took that hit. Now do you guys see why I got so angry and called those people out? Now do y'all see why we all got so angry? Because they fucked up something. They fucked up a lot of nice things for us. Now do you guys see why I got so angry? Now y'all see why I was on their ass 24/7 about that, telling them to stop, begging them to stop even. Now y'all see why? Okay. So what happened? So what happens? Like, let me give y'all a good little example. Say they kept the prices the way they did before, which is horrible, and the stuff that we have now, because now we barely have places to grind credits. Y'all wouldn't have been able to pay for that, right? And say they were stuck on stupid and kept those prices up. Y'all wouldn't have been able to pay for that, right? And if everybody kept that price the same, no one would have been able to get that. It didn't matter if you reserved the item or not. It's the fact that it would take too long for them to grind that item. And these people want money quick. So one thing I know about CC is that most of the people on the server, they want their money quick. When you reserve something, they're constantly reminding you, hey, did you get the money yet? Hey, did you get the money yet? They're impatient. They want the money quick. They're trying to sell it quick. They want quick money. They have no patience. They want quick money. And now because of the fact that we have a lot of credit sinks now, people don't have the credits that they have now. So some of these people are grinding or being much more wise with their credits now. For the ones who are starting to be much more wise with the credits, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I see you. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Y'all who took my advice and started being much more wiser with your credits, I'm proud of you. I'm just gonna let you know that I'm proud of you. But the ones who were much more wiser, and yeah. So I say that, I bring it up to let you guys know that, yeah, I remember when I talked about how the cost for tuning and cost for everything go up, and so you gotta be much more wiser with your money and everything. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I want you guys to be wise with your money, because that shit gonna cost a lot. It's going to cost a lot, and you gotta plan and you gotta work on budgeting and all that stuff. Like, I mean, it kind of teaches you how you have to, split. You know how we all have to pay bills and stuff. Because most of us who play this game and Elsword are actually in our 20s, and some of us are in our 30s, early 30s, late 20s, early 20s. Some of us are like 15 up. Very few are like 13, 14. But for the most part, the age range for us is ranging from 15 all the way to, let's say, 35-ish. We know one person that's 40, but we'll just exclude him for now. Don't laugh at him. But with the normal age range for like people on, let's say, Cold Closers and Elsword really are like 15 all the way to 30. But most of the people sit at the age range of 20 to 30. So I mean, we're all in somewhat the same generation. We're all pretty much Gen Z. But my bad. I say that to, no, I'm not sick. It's just cold. But I say that to say we're all around the same age. We all should be able. We should have been able. We should be able to get along. We should be able to get along. Keyword. We should be able to get along. Looking at y'all. I'm teasing you guys. I'm teasing. But being for real, we should all be able to get along. I'm gonna try this home. I'm not gonna keep y'all up for too long. I'm gonna try this home. Don't worry. So I'm bringing this up because I want to make you guys aware of where we're at, and what we're about to deal with. And as in usual fashion, you know me. I can't bring myself to stand aside and let you guys go through it without guiding you through it. I can't. I can't do that. Yeah. You guys know I can't do that. You guys know that I gotta let you guys know what's going on and how to navigate through it so you guys don't fall into the trap and stuff. Yeah, I knew this was coming. I knew I was gonna be like, okay, let me tell y'all what's going on. Let me tell y'all how it's happening. Let me tell y'all how this could go and how to plan through it. Yeah, I knew I was coming with this. Oh yeah, y'all know me. Y'all knew I was coming with this. But this one is a little different from before. It's not the usual price is going to go up, blah, 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 and so forth. This one is more so, on the drama side, in a sense. I say drama side in a sense because, again, friendship disorders. Okay, let me ask y'all this question. How many of y'all have played Mario Kart? How many of you guys have played Mario Party? How many of you guys have played Uno? How many of you guys played Monopoly? How many of you guys used to play a board game when you were younger? And played stuff like Sorry or Connect 4 or... Yeah. Okay, how many of you guys owned a Nintendo Wii and played Wii Sports or play Wii Sports Resorts or Wii Party. Okay. Why did we call them friendship destroyers? You had to fight your friend. You had to be competitive and fight your friends and stuff. And if you lost, they were gonna hold that against you, right? That same logic could possibly apply for the auction system. Okay, well, why were you worried about it spreading? Let's just say where we're at now in terms of sensitivity, because a lot of people are quote unquote snowflakes, or let's use a more better term. A lot of people are more sensitive now because of things they've went through. Now, you may have known somebody who used to be very chill, relaxed, and everything, but after people have probably fucked them over, they probably went through a bunch of stuff they shouldn't have went through, and stress is getting to them and everything, right? They become more and more sensitive. They probably had patience for such a long time to where they no longer really have the patience to spare, right? And then they're becoming more and more sensitive. And even though some of these people, they were already sensitive before, whenever you try to give them criticism, they will attack you. So, there's different type of people. Different type of people react in certain ways. We have a lot of people where they could potentially react in a negative way and start doing stuff out of spite. That's why I brought this up. Because I don't want this happening again. We don't want this happening. We want to try to avoid it before it actually happens. So that's why I'm bringing this up, so we can try to work together to figure out how we're going to avoid this from happening. We don't want people to start doing stuff out of spite with this auction system. We want to try to work to avoid it. So that we all can get to this fine and we all can get our stuff and everybody wins. That's why I'm bringing this up. So that we can put ourselves in a position where everybody wins. We want everyone to win. I want you to win. Well, y'all probably still have some grudges, but please put your grudges at the door. Listen to what I'm about to say. I know I have fought with you guys, but I still want you to win. I want everyone to win. We don't have to keep being at each other's throats. I want everyone to win. I want everyone to work together. We don't have to keep killing each other. We can actually put old stuff aside and actually work together on stuff. It's possible. It's doable. But it's if you want to do it. It's if we all want to do it. Now, not everyone's going to be on board. I understand. But, yeah. We want to make this... Because we already have things going on right now in real life. We're already struggling with things in real life. We're already struggling with things that our friends are going through. We already know either somebody or us ourselves are going through something. Hell, I had a rough September. I had a rough September, a rough couple of months and everything. But even then, I still would hope that people were doing well and all that stuff. See what I mean? So like I said, I'm bringing this up because I want us to avoid the worst case scenario where people start doing stuff out of spite and then we all suffer for it because people want to be childish. We don't want this. So what did we do? That's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this video. So that you guys can know what to do. So that you guys can know how to navigate. Chihiro, I can't really... That's okay. Because I understand that you're not going to really have time to play, so you are probably thinking, okay, I'm safe. But when I finally had time to play, so what do I do then? What do I do now? Still the same thing that I'm trying to mention. Take your friends with you. If someone is willing to help you and actually have the intent of helping you, take that person. Take that person with you so you can get your stuff. Simple. Lastly, before I wrap this up, because I should have wrapped this up minutes ago, I just have to explain in detail so you guys can be on the same page with me and know how to navigate through this. Lastly, we might get a battle pass, we might get an event with this, and we might also get the new Panda Gacha. Or, what Zaxura said to me, we might get a Little Devil rerun. Try not to stress out. Every time a new gacha shows up, you guys stress out. Y'all go haywire. Y'all quite literally turn your brains off. Yeah. Every time a new gacha shows up, you guys quite literally turn your brain off. And let's just say the brain dead goes. So try not to stress out when the new gacha shows up. I know it's 2 weeks. I kind of wish they did 3 weeks. I kind of wish they started doing 3 weeks for the new gachas and stuff. But it is what it is. Try not to stress out. Keep tabs on the prices. Try not to stress out. Do not bug the people that pull. That's gonna make them not want to pull or get irritated. Do not irritate the sellers. Do not irritate the sellers. Do not make things worse. Cause we about to get slammed with a lot of things at once. Do not make things worse for others. We do not want people to get irritated. Do not irritate the sellers. Do not irritate the buyers. That's for you sellers. Do not irritate the buyers. Buyers, do not irritate the sellers. We still have to work together on this. We still got to worry about gear and stuff. Y'all, do not irritate each other. This time, do not irritate each other. Okay? Guys, try not to stress out. And guys, try not to stress out about the gacha. I know we're going to get a new gacha. And probably a new pet. Try not to stress out too much. It's gonna be okay. Y'all gonna get it. Just try not to stress out too much about it, okay? Okay. That's it. That's all I want to talk to you guys about.